Vandenberg and Gilmore, I was like, that's somebody that we've seen make not only just splashes, but it translated onto the field in both preseason games. So you see what we got in that, and then like you said, with him being 24, and then you just actually look at his stats, it lives up to the potential of being really a really good defensive tackle for the numbers' sake. So when you look with all that being said, and then you look at some of the players that we've been involved with, talks with trade talks that we just seemingly couldn't get down with, and then you also looked at what we really obviously need help with. I think, quite frankly, it is. It might be something that we're using for a big move down the pipeline, or maybe as of soon as any day now. But yeah, it's a little bit shocking because obviously we weren't thinking of that process. We think he was going to be coming in as a Bear, but at the end of the day, if they see a move that we don't see, and it's the value of the Bears, go for it.
Yeah, Bobby's just coming in. So we're talking about the Bears shopping Gervon Dexter, 24 years old, 13 and a half career sacks, 42 QB hits. We know that, he's struggled in the running game at times for sure. That's where we've both all talked about that we want to see him grow at. But if the Bears are shopping Gervon Dexter right now, I was telling Steve, like, that feels like it has to mean that a big move's coming, at least to me. Now, I get it. The contract could play a part into this. The Bears are in that position where they need to start thinking about everything financially. If they feel like they're not going to pay him, then it's worth moving him anyway. But what do you think about it? What part do you think Jordan Vandenberg's ascension also means in all this?
I think all of those things could be true, bro. When I first seen it, I said, what? Hey, see this shit coming. But when you got to think about it, we always talk about, you know what I'm saying? I know it's another sport, but how the Chicago Bulls handle their money. And you know that these decisions are coming down the pike. Do you sit there and wait until the end? Or do you go and get out in front of this to try to make a good sound decision that benefits not only the organization at that moment in time, but as we move forward? Because if we look at the course of the offseason, a lot of defensive pass rushers got overpaid because of the market, the way that it was being dictated across the NFL from guys that only had a good, like a half of a season good, and they still got paid massive money. Now, when we think about Gervon Dexter as the individual, solid defensive tackle, not necessarily great. So, Haize, to your point, Jordan Vandenberg could very well be influencing that because of the amount of money that he's going to get paid over the next few years if he pans out like everybody believes that he potentially can. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely a number of things into this. And to add on to that, it could be setting up for something that's much, much bigger. But there also could be some implications financially to where they was just like, you know what? Hey, if a deal comes through and it makes sense for us right now, we're not necessarily going to pay him the big time contract that he's going to be hoping to get. It's shocking, but this is good GMing in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it is like, you can look at it two ways, right? Like you can look at it and say, we're going to trade him before we even have to worry about signing him because we know we're not going to be willing to pay what the market is. And I'll say this too. There are a number of defensive linemen that are right now hoping for new deals for their team. If you're not going to sign Gervon Dexter anyway, trade him, get in maybe a stud in here. Even if you don't re-sign him at the end of the year, maybe you can convince him to stay if y'all do something for a cheaper price. Like there's a lot of different things, a lot of different avenues that you can go forward. Now, when I look at it, I think you have to get a couple of these things back. I'm going to give this list. It's not saying that this is everything that you have to get back for Gervon Dexter, but I think if it's a pick, it got to at least be a day 2 pick. It can't be lower than a day 2 pick because Gervon Dexter is a starting caliber defensive tackle, even with his run defensive concerns. Or you have to get a young defensive back that maybe has a couple years more left on a reasonable deal that's still starting caliber as well. Or you have to get somebody who fills an immediate need on this roster right now. Even if it's not on defense, another need that this roster has. If you're not getting any of that and you don't improve at all, and even if you get worse by this trade, that would be such an investment in Jordan Vandenberg that hey, if it works out, it works out.
Yeah. I think that's fair, bro. It's one of those states where maybe they scouring the landscape of the pass rushers. Because right now, just to throw out a team like Denver Broncos, yeah, they about to be having some tough decisions coming down the pike after this season. So this could be some type of planning with that. You got guys like Nick Bonita on that defense that's gonna be demanding a huge contract, and some of their defensive they did re-sign some of their defensive tackles, but there's also going to be some that may become available. So you definitely going to be looking at some of those teams like that. But hey, this is some shit right here. This is some shit.
Yeah, that's some shit. Anything left on the Gervon Dexter front, Steve, before we move on to the Darnell Wright news?
No, it's just Pose being Pose. You gonna get ahead of some shit. It's best to be ahead of something, whether good or bad, rather than being bitten the ass and it's too late to do anything about it. So
I mean, it's better to do this now than to be forced in a situation where you either franchise tag them, transition tag them, or you sign them just to not lose the asset, and then you lose something else, or it creates a different restriction somewhere else. Like if you know for whatever reason, whether it's his performance, whether it's Jordan Vandenberg, whether it's the contract, or combination of all three, if you know there's a high probability you're not going to bring him back, move him now, get some value back. That's smart GM. That's it.
For sure. How much you think that Dennis Allen playing into this? Because he didn't draft Gervon Dexter. Not to say he doesn't like him. I'm not trying to put that out there.
Yeah.
But maybe he might be looking for a different type of defensive tackle. I
mean, what he described he wanted is Jordan Vandenberg. Speed, tackling, ability to get to the quarterback and stop the run.
That's the thing. Like it's weird. You're right. he wants the type of player Jordan Vandenberg. The funny part is he wants the build that Gervon Dexter was. So that was the funny part. So I think that's what he was tolerating him with him. The potential side of it. You're 6'6", you're the guy that I want at DT, but you don't play shit like how I want you to play.
Yeah,
man,
that's a fact.
Decisions.
That's a fact. Well, moving on to news that is it sucks, especially with the injuries that we already have at the left tackle. Darnell Wright leaves practice with a right elbow injury. The reason why this is concerning is this is the same elbow that he tore his UCL on last season. And so, of course, this is causing some anxiety. Reportedly, he was flexing his arm. He was moving it. He was able to walk inside under his own power. So there's that. I'm not trying to diagnose anything, but Darnell Wright, who just got paid, there's not a replacement on this roster for Darnell Wright. And I don't think you can't overcome a shaky, like the hope was that you're going to be able to come questionable left tackle play because all your other positions are all solid. They're all in there. If your right tackle's down and your starting left tackle's down, and we got to depend on Braxton and Theo to start, or Braxton and a Karan to start, or Jedrick Wills, it could potentially change a lot of what people were expecting this offense to be.
Boy,
I need Darnell Wright to walk into his nearest black ass church and then go to a black mother and let her put some oil on his arm and let it just flex it for the rest of the night till something happens. Because if I come to the conclusion that he tore it again, I'm gonna be hurt. I don't think he did, because when he tore it, it's signs. He ain't moving that motherfucker.
Yeah, you're not moving it if you tore it.
So if he's flexing it, I'm just hoping that it was a stinger, because that's happening. He's a physical player. He's gonna be physical at practice. Punching is not punching literally, but punching as in the position is something he's notorious at. So I can see him getting caught in that situation. So hopefully it's just a little stinger. But we don't have no replacement for him. He is one of when you think of one band, one side, he that motherfucker for this offense. Because if he not there, Jonas not Jonas. If he not there, that means Tooney got to be even more of the all-pro that he already is. It's just too much to rely on. No.
For sure. And it definitely takes away one of the strengths that everybody keep talking about. You hear Ben Johnson talking about running to that right side. You talk about the running backs, talk about how easy it is running on that right side. So, hey, we're gonna be watching this closely. It seems like it's not much. I'm not gonna overreact, but hey, the football guys, we already gave y'all one chip, man. Kobe Bryant, be nice to us, man. Be nice.
Yeah, bro. At this point, stop having practices. Like fuck it. We can't get out of a practice while a goddamn injury. Let's just stop with the practices. Like we don't need to practice no more. If it's costing us. Like the Kobe Bryants, the Gervon Dexters, the goddamn who I can't even think off the top of my head. It's somebody every goddamn Cam Lewis went down, like Jalen Jones went down, like everybody. Stop the practices. It's okay. We don't need to practice no more. We can just wait until September when the game starts. We'll be perfectly fine. We'll be okay.
Oh, me.
Or that mean they ain't practicing fucking enough.
Nah, the motherfuckers practice. Ben Johnson said we got practice.
But like you look
Practice.
at everything that Darnell Wright does, he does everything. He's a good run blocker. He's good in pass pro. He brings the physicality. You know, the continuity with him, Joe Tooney, and everybody on that line. Like, it's just, you can't overlook that. Like, there's no replacing Darnell Wright at all. If Darnell Wright misses any time and at this point, like, yeah, I know I was joking about stop practices, but veterans don't need to practice no more, bro. Like, let's leave it alone, man. Like, if you're a starter, you don't even need to practice. Show up, we'll do some stuff on the sidelines. Let that be it, bro. Because this shit is getting ridiculous, man.
I mean, it sounds all good, but it's hard to argue that when you just got your ass whooped.
I get that.
It?
I get that. I definitely get it.
It's one of those ones where you really got to think about it for sure. Plus, these guys still trying to build out themselves and get ready for this damn season, man. I can't wait until after this last game because I know that practice should be dying down. For real, this shit should be dying down.
It's definitely gonna be dying down after that. It needs to die down now because this shit is crazy.
This motherfucker finna be in that goddamn Power Ranger armband thing for the rest of his fucking career.
If that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Hey, man.
Roshan got the condom on his helmet. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, bro. I don't know what to say.
Oh, the real shit.
But hey, we'll see what happens with that. We wanted to bring you guys that news, man. Gervon Dexter apparently is being shopped, or at least trade talks have happened. I haven't seen. Seen a couple of people say, but I haven't seen it substantiated that he also was pulled from practice today. I don't know what that means. Could mean something. It could mean nothing. And then Darnell Wright is left practice early with the elbow injury. So
if he was pulled from practice, something ain't working.
You talking about Gervon Dexter?
Gervon Dexter.
Yeah, if he was pulled from practice, something happened. Something's happening, I should say. Because they ain't finna pull you from practice unless something actually is in the works or it happened already.
That's an interesting tidbit right there.
But
so what Steve-O is telling y'all to do is hit that goddamn subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because there's maybe a possibility we're gonna be back on here sooner rather than later. So I'm gonna leave everything.
Hopefully it don't happen while I'm at family night. Shit.
That's exactly when it's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen?
No, it's not.
It's gonna happen when you're at family night. It's gonna happen. Like, I'm about to tell the kids we ordering dinner today. I was about to cook. Now we about to just order dinner today because I refuse to be caught in the middle of cooking dinner and can't cover a tray.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Know it's gonna be at motherfucking 11:30.
Oh, bro, what?
That's exactly what he's gonna do.
Come back, mouthwash eating.
Bro, I will never forget when y'all remember what time the Luke Getsy signing got announced.
Bro,
it was like 1 a.m. Bro, I would never forget it. Kev called me, had to wake me up. I was drooling.
Nigga, I woke up at 2 a.m. seeing you went live. I said, "Damn, I missed it,
bro."
What?
So, but we'll stay in tune. Y'all know when news drops, we drop. It's very simple around here. So somebody get to it. That's the point of having a team. Somebody gonna get to it if the news drops. And if something does happen today, we'll break it down to what it means for the team. I'm not even about to talk about them ugly ass rivalry uniforms, so don't ask me my thoughts on it. I'm not covering on tomorrow's daily. I'm not talking about them ugly. Matter of fact, this is all I got for you. Them shit's ugly. And that's it. I'm not.
I got one caveat to sweeten the deal. They look better than the orange joints. I'm telling you that.
They do. Listen, I will say this: the jerseys are ugly as fuck. The uniform with the pants and the helmet is passable at best, and that's all I'm gonna give you.
Oh, bro.
All I'm gonna say is we look like the motherfucking University of the Chicago Bears in this bitch.
Oh, bro, the Chicago.
Somebody asked online who designed those jerseys. I said slavery. Because that's what that feels like.
I said he ignorant. Oh,
that feels like when they used to hand stuff off to and be like, stitch this up, Annie Mae, and she stitched it up. I love you guys. Chi-Town up, bear down, y'all, before we get canceled out here because I'm talking about slavery. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.